Greetings out there in YouTube land. This is Morris Man. As always, I thank you guys for coming to my channel. I guess I'm going to entitle this video a interesting eBay story. Because as you guys know, I'm always just looking for new guitars. And I occasionally cruise through eBay. You know, I mainly went through music go around, but unfortunately they changed their visual website format and it sucks. I mean, they didn't went back 10 years ago as far as, you know, when you go onto their site, the pictures download like you got dial up. I'm like, what is this about? You know, 2 months earlier, you just strolled through and look at hundreds of guitars, you know, within a short period of time. Now it takes like 20 minutes to look at 6 pictures. So I'm like, you know what? I guess I'm going to be a little done for the moment because I don't know who decided to take a step backwards instead of just stay still or try to move forward. But anyway, so I was on eBay and I seen and you guys know I'm very fond of J Turks guitars. So I seen a headstock or a picture or a Pacific auction. And it just had a picture of the headstock. And I just show you. There it is. That's the only picture that they got up there. So my question to this gentleman was, any more pictures? Because, I mean, the headstock alone is not going to sell your guitar. So I'm going to, I guess, read off verbatim our email exchange because it's kind of interesting. Go back to purchase. Go back to messages. Okay. So my first question to this gentleman was, okay. So I said, any more pictures? And his response was, what should I show? What should I show? Now minding you, this is the only picture is just picture of the headstock. So my second response to this gentleman was, okay, again, I said, any more pictures? And his response was, what should I show? My response was, the guitar, my friend. Hello. So then I meant, is there a specific portion of the guitar that you wanted a better look at? A better look, there's no look other than the headstock. You know, so my response after that was, let me see if I can pull it up. Because, I mean, well, let me just say this and then I'll say this. Okay, I said, I'm assuming you're not a musician. Pictures of the whole body of your item, regardless if it's a guitar or a camera or whatever, or a phone, a picture of your item, my friend. And his response was, your assumption is correct. Now, I don't understand this because even if he wasn't a musician, wouldn't it make sense to take a picture of the entire item? You know, when I sell modules, I show the front of the module, then I show the back as far as the plug-in, so everybody will know what everything comes with it and what doesn't. You know, I don't have anything on hand. I was gonna try to give you an example, but you get the idea. You know, if you're selling the camera, show a picture of the front camera, picture of the back. You know, instead of just the headstock on the guitar. You know, I find that, again, pretty interesting because, again, you would think that anybody selling anything would take as many pictures as possible in every angle of the item as opposed to picture of the headstock. And the last response was, my assumption is correct. So are you going to take pictures of the whole thing now? You know, but I just find that interesting because, again, I remember long before the internet, there was a magazine in my part of the woods at that time called The Trading Time. And The Trading Time was a wonderful publication because it strictly dealt with people selling and want to buy stuff. That's it. The whole magazine. It came out twice a month. So if someone was selling a guitar, they were musicians and they played that guitar. So they can give you the total insight as far as, you know, it got great action, or you need to set up on it. It sounds good, but you know the action is a little high, whatever, blah blah blah. As opposed to fast forward 30 years later, and you got people that just selling stuff and they don't even know how to sell the stuff. I mean, you don't necessarily have to be a guitar player to sell a guitar, you know, but you would think again that they would give you enough pictures so you can look at the guitar or the item. It don't have to, again, necessarily be a guitar, just any item. You know, so again, I found that to be really interesting because I'm like, wow, come on, man. You know, you're trying to sell something here and you're not doing a good job at it. Because there was another guitar, Jay Turson, and it was a good price. I mean, because, you know, after a while being a musician and following certain brands, you have an idea of the value of these items. And this guy had a Jay Turson for $150, and that guitar easily could have been worth $250. And I could have pulled a trigger on it many times before the auction ended. But I didn't want it because I'm like, well, I really don't want a black guitar. I got enough black guitars, and, you know, this would be just something I'm just buying to be buying as opposed to buying because I really want it. So that's why I held up on it. I'm glad that I did because I'm like, I just would have spent money that I didn't have to spend, you know. And then he told me he'd give me a discount on it if it didn't sell at the price he wanted it. I'm like, well, cool. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to probably buy it because that's a heck of a deal to pass up. And then when the auction ended, somebody actually did buy it, and I was quite happy and relieved because I'm like, I really didn't want that. So I'm glad it went to somebody that deserved it. But, you know, as far as the value of it, it was a good deal. And the exact same guitar right on eBay right now. Let me see if I can actually pull it up. The other one. Let me see. And then I'm going to make the statement I'm going to make. If it's still there. You know what? I can actually pull it up, and that's what I'm going to do. Now he wanted $150 for his, and it was worth $150. And actually, that guitar was actually even worth $250. You know, the same guitar, even at $250. And this is the exact same guitar he was selling, just in a different color. And this is what this guy wants. $424. It's ridiculous. You know, that guitar is not worth $425. And it's used. Even knew it wouldn't be worth that. But there's some people that, you know, unfortunately, they're selling stuff. They have no idea the value of it, what it is, and how to sell it. You know, because, I mean, $425 is just ridiculous. I can't recall the last time I paid $425 for any guitar, okay? Any guitar, you know, but this guy apparently don't even know the value of this guitar, and some people just slap outrageous prices up here, don't know how the value of the item is. They're not really well versed in the item that they're selling, because again, that's the issue nowadays. You got people selling stuff, they don't even know what it is. They don't know how much it's worth. You know, the popular thing now is storage locker facilities where people buy them because somebody rented something and they didn't pay on it, or they died or something happened. So other people come along and they buy these spaces not knowing what's in them, and the storage thing. And a lot of times it's musical equipment, or sometimes, and these people they're not musicians, never sold nothing like this in their life, and they just stick it up on eBay, think it's going to sell, even though they have no idea how much the price for it or the value is. Because again, $425 for that guitar is ridiculous. $150 was a steal. $250 is around the price range that guitar is worth. You know, so I'm going to sign off now, but I just thought I would post this video, and thought that you guys would find it pretty interesting. People selling stuff that they don't know how to sell. You know, they're not musicians. They just got a hold to something, and they just want to throw it up on eBay and think they're going to get a ridiculous amount of money for it. Till next time, take care, and thanks for watching.